That's the phaser. So let's see, and then we'll see what we can do. So Sam is going to be picking a record from this box.
Oh, there we go.
Los Jokers, La Sirena. This is cool. I love playing with, this is from Ecuador.
Oh, that's
I love playing with 45s. It's always fun. It's a pleasure to hear old tunes. I don't even know this one. I imagine it's about some funny guys, Los Jokers. So let's put it on the turntable and we'll have a listen. This song is called La Bocina. And here's how it sounds. It's pretty sick.
yeah.
We can EQ it on here too.
Are we sampling the whole thing?
Let's
We're gonna cut it
yeah,
off,
let's
or-
listen to let's listen to see if there's any elements that you feel like we could sample.
Okay.
And I'm gonna sample it onto the 404. It's like a cumbia kind of thing, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, maybe let's, I think,
What I hear the most is just that bass. That bass
Yeah.
is like really determined.
so let's see if we can get that bass in there. So, well, we can also isolate it so we can,
Cool.
like you can, so now on this side, you can actually
Right.
affect, do you like that? You can, these are the isolator is sort of like it's like Roland's take on a
Yeah.
compressor.
Yeah, can we filter out so we're just really getting that bass?
Just the bass?
Yeah.
Cool, dope. So let's start from the top too, because I think it was just,
Yeah.
so now we've, that's what you're looking for?
This part.
Okay. So it's, okay,
Yeah, perfect.
so here. So when you hear the sound you're looking for, hit record,
Okay.
and then hit record again when you feel like you've got it.
Okay, so is it recording now or is it not?
No, it's not recording.
Okay, let's hit it back to the beginning.
Sick. So let's see how that sounds. Let me.
Cool.
And then what you can do too is you can mark it so that the loop is right. So if you think that from the, you're probably starting there is good.
Yeah.
So, oh sorry.
Two, three, four.
Oh,
Oh.
so you got the basically the so maybe the loop as its own is okay. I like that the kind of
Oh, okay. It's a little off, but that's okay. We can do something with that.
if you want to try and you can also sometimes
can
it's
we
maybe the
filter it
second.
out even more now, or?
Yeah, you can use this filter to do it. Or actually, this one's gonna be good.
Okay. Okay.
You can also set the loop points. So it does kind of do that
Yeah.
thing. So why don't you just like here, maybe do the second beat?
Two, three. Oh, yeah.
Oh, no. Here you can do it. So just do it's similar to how you do the recording, but with mark. So hit them. Yeah. And it's gonna loop again. Yeah.
Okay, so mark it when I want the
Yeah.
1. Okay. Oh,
And then you have to hold it.
okay, I see.
You can also change the shuffle sometimes. And if you want, you can actually work on two tracks too. So like, if you wanted to get, that's pretty cool. And Sam, since you are like a keyboard whiz, you could even put something on here. Maybe fun. There's like 500 presets. And what's cool is this is actually synced to this, like the MIDI cable, so we can record it. Let's see if that. So now I'm gonna. So it's gonna be playing. I'm not sure if it'll be the exact measurement, but that's fine. So it's looping.
Okay. It's swung, so we have to get it more swung.
You want to change like the
Yeah, we have to swing it a little bit more.
here, so on this side you can change the. Wait, sequence assigned. So you can change it, by the way, if you wanted to like double the rate of the step sequence to be like 16,
Okay.
and the swing tune.
There we go.
Okay, so this device is the TR-8. This is like an 808 clone by Roland also. And when people think about 808s, which are kind of popular with like hip hop music or with like dance music, the sound they're most thinking about is the way that the bass drum sounds like. So this thing. And what's cool, and I think the reason it became popular for like electro music in the 1980s through like the music of today, is that you can change the pitch. There's a lot of like manipulatability of sounds. But, and then you know, like if you were to sequence that, this is like the classic 4 on the floor. Oh, on one track. Just that sort of straightforward thing. You can change up the pitch a little bit. So people like using that for that purpose. But what's cool is that we have, since we use the blue MIDI cable to connect these two things, we can actually kind of like develop a sequence on the keyboard, which I can actually just type in, and we can sort of see what that'll look like when we're using this drum machine. So So first of all, let's see. Here's just the kicks. It's a little bit aggressive. I feel like I can make it a little more chill. And then of course, let's add some other elements. Let's add the hi-hats. I'm gonna do this. And this is a step sequence. There's 16 steps. So like on the 1, 4, 1, 5, 9, 13, we have this 4 on the floor. And then let's add like a snare drum. Cool, we got that. And then let's do let's add another like hand clap. Still a little bit intense, but why not? So now let's add some synthesizer sounds. This is me playing. That chords are like, it's not dark enough for the music we're making, so. So let's mess with this. So now I'm just gonna type in these sounds, and maybe I'll just do it more random, like. That sounded bad, but perhaps when we play them together, it'll sound better. And then we can have some like effects. So let's do some stuff to the synthesizer itself. And now let's take out some of the notes. So what I'm going to do is actually I'm going to take out all the notes that are like where the kick sounds were. So the kick will come out more prevalently. So let's see it. So that kind of gives it a little bit more edge. And let's turn. And then I think there's a breakdown sound. So these are some cool effects you can do on here. We can also add some other stuff. Like let's add more hand claps. See, we'll choose a different sound. I love that 90s glitchy sort of thing. And we can actually take some of this glitchy stuff and use this effect pedal to sort of, so this is now a different device, but let's return to the sound. So I have this thing on here. This is the SP404. And what I like about this particular thing is it works with everything else. You can sample on it. You can also do some of these, there's like 24 different effects that bring a lot of good stuff to it. So this sort of like would be the typical, like almost the Daft Punk or the sort of like classic EDM. Like we're in the mix, we're down. You can also add some like reverbs. Reverb would be like delay. Then this isolator's cool. We can really isolate just the low end. We can also tell it, let's sound a little bit lo-fi. So I put a lo-fi effect on there. So what's neat though too is that maybe we could, once we find a groove that we sort of like, we can also capture it onto this sampler. So So I like this. So now I'm turning this one off, and I have it on the sampler. So I'm gonna let it do its thing. So we now know that the equipment works. Again, anything in this line we can actually also record. So if I just wanted to choose a different sound completely, that's creepy, right? It's called creepy lights, that's why I say that. But let's record one of these elements, and then we can kind of look into sort of how sampling works. What's neat is that we have these things here, but we also have the center was given the Akai MPC Live 2, which is like it's part of the tradition of hip hop and house music since like the late 1980s. And it's a kind of a complicated system, and it's taken me a few months to kind of get a hold of it, but I sort of figured it out. But currently it's hooked up to a turntable, so we can, so let me show you how to do some simple sampling, and then we'll sample off of a record. So here we are. So let's see, let's start with something, and this is gonna be a lot less, this will be like more low key than the music we just heard. So here, let's see. Let's just start with a sort of like a swell, and I'm gonna do 2 chords to kind of be able to go back and forth on. So let's start with this. So now this is captured on a single pad. And so we did, let's see. Here, maybe let's do this chord too. So 1, 2, 3. So together, we have this sort of. So now we don't need to use the synthesizer because we've sampled from it. So now let's actually add, let's just get a simple drum sound in here. And so if we go to playback, let's make it not too loud. So some of these elements, comp means the compressor is sort of like how much sound, how loud we're gonna get it. The tuning is the pitch, which you can't really hear. And then the attack is like how long it takes to actually hit back. And then the decay is like how long it stays. Let's make it simple like this. Okay, so I'm using this, and I'm gonna sample the drum sound from the TR-8, the 808, onto the sampler so we can use it inside of this ecosystem. Excuse me. So, let me try that one more time so we're cool. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And so then we can mark it in here. Cool. So now we have, and then so we have a kick sound. Let's add like a snare to the mix. And so a snare sound, let me see, we're gonna insert it this way, and you can add snappiness to it. No snap, snap. And I think when you add snap, it gives us more texture. So now I'm gonna add this to the sampler. So we have these sounds, and now we have the chords. And so there's a couple of ways to program those. This has a sequencer on board, which is notoriously very challenging. And since we're doing this to film, I think I'm going to do the more simple way of sampling, of recording. So the way I do that is I take, these are on 4 different pads, but we're going to what we call resample them onto a single pad. So I'm going to hit the resample button, and I'm going to choose this pad here. And now it allows me to play back sounds and we'll see if I can get it. So. So what I was looking for was a loop, and I think I caught that. So now, so let's see if we got that. So it loops, which is great news for us. So now that we have this as a loop, we can do different things with it. We could record it onto this main device. We could record it onto to the computer. But also we can use effects that are on board here. So like that one we were using before that kind of glitched stuff out. You kind of scratch with it too. We can play the sample backwards. Let's see how that sounds. Sometimes there's something unique there. We can add like what we call a phaser to it. We could do some other stuff. We could add a delay. We could add a tape echo, which is a sort of like Jamaican dub reggae sound. It can get crazy. Too much. We can go back to the different isolator effects. So we're taking out, this is just the bass on there. Let's add some highs. And then let's take out the bass and we'll add the mids. So we can kind of play around with it.